that caused a release out of his mouth. And some of y'all, you got to get bolder in your spirit to be able to allow a release out of your mouth to come based on what you received in your spirit. You see, this faith thing has two different components. It's what you receive in the natural, prompted by what you received in your spirit. And some of y'all are waiting to shout till you receive it in the natural. But when you start to receive it in your spirit, you don't have to have the car keys to start talking about your new ride. When you receive it in your spirit, to go on, it don't have to show up on the paycheck for you to already start making plans. So I want to know, is there anybody in here that's starting to receive something in your spirit? I can tell. I got plenty of time. Don't worry, I'm going to preach it all. Is there anybody in here that's been prompted to say something? I can tell the folk that have received the word in their spirit because the moment they hear faith, they holler. Some of y'all need that God got a blessing with your name on it. Some of y'all got to hear you're going to get the new car next week. Some of you got to hear you're going to get a $20 raise by the end of the day. That's what you waiting on to praise. I know it. I'm not mad at you. You waiting on God to say today is the day. I know you drove up in a Toyota, a Honda. You drove up in a Chevy. You drove, did I get everybody yet? You drove up in a Nissan, whatever you drove up in. I know you waiting on the moment for God to say when you walk outside, your pumpkin gonna turn into a stagecoach. I know that's what you're waiting on. You drove up with the windows down because the AC was barely blowing cold. You waiting on God to say, when you walk back outside today, your Nissan gonna be a Lexus. That's what you waiting on. I'm mad at y'all. It ain't gonna happen, but I ain't mad at y'all. But I want to talk to the folk today that have received something in your spirit, watch this, that don't look like what you see in the natural, but you still gonna open your mouth. I want to know, are there any folk in the room that understand the power of the tongue got life and death? And so I'm through speaking, I'm broke. I'm through speaking, I'm in a dry place. I'm through speaking that it's falling apart. I'm through talking about how it won't work. But I declare that